Okay, so good morning everyone. Welcome back to Crack Grade B. मेरा नाम है ऋषभ. And let's begin today's class for economics and finance issues and analysis. Okay, and today we will obviously cover the MCQs whatever we learned yesterday. So be attentive, and I hope you would have read that PDF at least once. Okay, let's begin the class. Good morning Gaurav. Good morning Rathod. Good morning Aniket. Good morning Nivedita. Okay, let's start the class. Wait. Okay, so our first news, India stands firm at WTO that our food subsidies ensure global food security. Now, what is the problem? That agriculture subsidies comes under amber box of WTO. ठीक है? अब ये amber box, blue box, green box वो सब बहुत theory हो जाएगी, but let's talk about amber box. So amber box subsidies are for those subsidies, agriculture subsidies comes under that have a tendency to do what? To have a detrimental effect on the price, global prices and global trade. ठीक है, तो ऐसी सब्सिडीज जिसकी वजह से ग्लोबल ट्रेड पे इफेक्ट होता है नेगेटिवली, दो सब्सिडीज कम्स अंडर एम्बर बॉक्स. एग्रीकल्चर सब्सिडीज आर वन ऑफ them. इंडिया इज नॉट अ सिग्नेटरी टू एम्बर बॉक्स, बट स्टिल इंडिया WTO का रूल्स तो है ही. ठीक है, सो एग्रीकल्चर सब्सिडीज शुड बी मिनिमाइज्ड, बिकॉज अगर एग्रीकल्चर सब्सिडी देंगे जैसे इंडिया में या चाइना में, then what happens is the cost of production is very low. So, and when India starts, the government starts to buy under the MSP scheme and for PDS, then what happens? The cost of procuring is also very low. तो इससे क्या हो सकता है कि ग्लोबल ट्रेड इफेक्ट हो सकता है. दैट्स व्हाट WTO सेज. ठीक है, WTO कहता है कि इससे ग्लोबल ट्रेड इफेक्ट होता है. If that low cost ration like rice, wheat, etc. are exported in the international market, तो ऐसा इससे क्या होगा कि other countries export will not stand a chance against cheaper exports from let's say India and China. ठीक है, तो WTO ये नहीं चाहता है, इससे ट्रेड डिसरप्शंस हो सकते हैं. So three mostly Western countries like US, Canada, Australia, these countries have again raised this question against India that we are spending way more on our PDS schemes because we are funding for 80 million people. If you remember, प्रधानमंत्री गरीब कल्याण योजना में हम लोग 80 लाख 81 million to be precise people we are giving free rations, not even subsidized, free ration. That's why it's again in debate. So ये मीटिंग हुई जेनेवा में where WTO has its headquarters. ठीक है, let's see what happened here. So the development comes in the backdrop of some WTO members like Australia, Canada, US raising question over India's MSP program. Okay, on food grains, especially rice, since the subsidy has reached the suggested limit thrice. अब suggested limit क्या है? So these subsidies, agriculture subsidies in amber box for developing country, the WTO rules has said that up to 10% of the total production, for example rice ले लो, total production of rice, up to 10% the government can procure or give MSP. ठीक है, MSP पे गवर्नमेंट प्रोक्योर कर सकती है 10% तक, बट इंडिया continuously expands this. ठीक है, breaches this 10% limit, and since we are not a signatory to amber box, तो हमारे ऊपर बहुत ज़्यादा इफेक्ट नहीं करता है. Nobody can take us to court for this, but still they keep on nudging India to reduce the MSP. ठीक है, तो ये 10% जो है उसको, और इस 10% ब्रीच को जब हम ब्रीच करते हैं तो we take a permission and we take basically give an application to WTO that we are breaching the 10% limit, and this is called peace clause. So India अभी recently 3 बार peace clause breach कर चुका है. ठीक है. In a recent meeting in WTO Committee on Agriculture in Geneva, India defended its position, stating that India's requirement of rice is much more than the overall global export. ठीक है, तो इंडिया ने कहा कि इफ वी डू नॉट परचेज आवर राइस एट एमएसपी एंड डू नॉट डिस्ट्रीब्यूट द फूड अमंग द पुअर पीपल, means we are distributing around 58 million ton of rice among 800 million people. 58 million ton of rice among 800 million people. Global trade of rice is only 56 million ton. ठीक है, ग्लोबल ट्रेड 56 मिलियन टन है, हम अपनी डोमेस्टिक यूज ही 58 मिलियन टन कर रहे हैं, तो हाउ आर वी सप्रेसिंग द ग्लोबल ट्रेड? ठीक है, ऑल्सो इंडिया सेड that if we stop giving domestic subsidies or purchasing at MSP or giving rice at subsidized or free under the PDS scheme, then the global trade will be disrupted more, because then you will have to send whatever you are exporting to India. ठीक है, 58 मिलियन टन हमारा जरूरत है, 56 मिलियन टन ग्लोबल ट्रेड है. इफ वी स्टॉप आवर एमएसपी प्रोग्राम एंड द पीडीएस प्रोग्राम, then the global trade will be affected more. So let us do our job and you do your job. That's what India has said. Okay. Also, under WTO norms, food subsidy bill should not breach the limit of 10% of the value of production. 10% for developing countries, 5% for developed countries. Breach करता है तो peace clause लगता है. ठीक है? So India has invoked the peace clause under WTO norms to protect its food procurement program against any action from member nation in the case of limit is breached. Okay. Now, India also clarified food grains procured under MSP are not exported. सबसे बड़ी problem WTO की क्या थी? You can export these cheap, let's say, rice and wheat in the exporting market. But India has said that we do not export this because we only purchase normal rice. ठीक है, but we export basmati and high quality rice. तो वो तो ऐसे भी हम लोग export नहीं कर रहे हैं. Also, India says that if we have a surplus, what we do is we do an open market sale. We do an open market sale. We have seen it. ठीक है, अभी ठीक है, open market sale करते हैं in the domestic market and we do not export it, and we have checks and balances to check whether the ration that has been taken or purchased through open market sale is not exported. ठीक है, these are the reasons given by India that we are not going to stop our food subsidy, and this is the reason that we are not exporting it first of all. ठीक है, we are using it for domestic circulation only, and if we stop our subsidy, then the world trade will be affected more than what it is today. Okay. Now, simple news. So Mauritius down, Norway, Singapore again as FPI destination in financial year 23. FPI means foreign portfolio investor. जैसे FDI होता है foreign direct investment, FPI is foreign portfolio investment. FDI is bit more stable, long term के लिए physical, financial दोनों asset में they do investment. FDIs. ठीक है? As per general definition, if more than 10% is purchased in a company or an asset, then it is called FDI. अब वो long term के लिए होता है. ठीक है, वो कंपनी में स्टेक के लिए होता है, बाय मर्जर, बाय एक्विजिशन, बाय व्हाटएवर. ये होता है एफडीआई. एफपीआईज आर मोर वॉलेटाइल. ठीक है, फॉर शॉर्ट टर्म गेन्स. एफपीआई बेसिकली इंस्टीट्यूशनल इन्वेस्टर्स या हाई नेटवर्थ इंडिविजुअल हु आर लुकिंग फॉर मेकिंग गेन्स इन अ डेवलपिंग और ग्रोइंग इकोनॉमी. ऐसी कंपनीज जो या इंस्टीट्यूशनल इन्वेस्टर या हाई नेटवर्थ इंडिविजुअल्स जो कि इन्वेस्ट करते हैं फॉर शॉर्ट टर्म गेन्स, सो अगर ये शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए करेंगे तो इट इज मोर वॉलेटाइल. व्हेनेवर दे वांट दे विल टेक अवे द मनी. एफडीआई में ऐसा नहीं कर सकते. ठीक है, एफपीआई आराम से ये कर सकते हैं. बट स्टिल, सो एज पर इकोनॉमिक सर्वे, आवर एफडीआई वाज अराउंड $8.5 billion फॉर फाइनेंशियल ईयर 22-23 का अभी आया नहीं है. फाइनेंशियल ईयर 22 तक एज पर इकोनॉमिक सर्वे $8.5 billion वाज एफडीआई, फॉरेन डायरेक्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट. एफपीआई आगे पीछे होते रहते हैं. सो फाइनेंशियल ईयर 23 में इन फाइनेंशियल ईयर 23, ठीक है, there is a FPI AUC that fell to 4.44%. ठीक है. Now, अब ये डेटा कौन देता है और ये है रैंकिंग. We will see only that ranking and the data released by whom. So data is furnished by National Security Depository. दो डिपॉजिटरी है इंडिया में, NDSL and CDSL. Overall, National Securities Depository has given the data that this will be the न्यू रैंकिंग. सो टॉप 4 टॉप 3 याद कर लो. यूएस, सिंगापुर, लग्जमबर्ग एंड देन मॉरिशस फोर्थ. अर्लियर मॉरिशस वाज सेकंड, नाउ मॉरिशस इज fourth. Okay. Now, Singapore is now the second biggest jurisdiction for foreign portfolio investment, while US is the first. Mauritius has dropped to fourth place. Overall, FPI asset under custody. Asset under custody of whom? Security depository. Asset under custody of the security depositories NDSL and CDSL is fell by 4.44%. ठीक है. Outflow of FBIs 35,000 crores. ठीक है. Because there is continuous outflow of FPI. पूरे financial year में outflow, overall net outflow रहा है for financial portfolio investment because they are seeking more investment. तो वो क्या कर रहे हैं, जाके यूएस का बॉन्ड खरीद ले रहे हैं या कोई वेस्टर्न कंट्री का बॉन्ड खरीद ले रहे हैं, which is more stable and currency is more stable than the Indian rupee. That's why there was a net outflow of FPIs. ठीक है. एंड इन कैलेंडर ईयर 2022 मीन दिसंबर 2022, जनवरी से दिसंबर में तो 1,20,000 करोड़ तक आउटफ्लो हुआ है एफपीआई से. फॉर फाइनेंशियल ईयर इट इज मच लेस, बट फॉर कैलेंडर ईयर 22 इट वाज मच हायर. ठीक है. तो ऐसा है कि अब एफपीआई का पैसा since the economy is becoming more stable and growth oriented with all the schemes, PLI scheme, export schemes, etc., and India working better, और हमारा GDP has grown better, we have shown more resilience for the economy, so FPI money is coming back. Okay. Now, Project Tiger. So this is important. पहली बात ये क्योंकि environment is one of your core syllabus part of RBI, and second because PM Modi has personally given out these numbers. Okay. So Project Tiger, how the program saved Indian tigers. So currently 3167 as per the latest data 2023 जो भी रिलीज किया है पीएम ने, 3167 is the number of tigers in India. ठीक है. अब बाई 7%. अब ये 7% का अब लो है. पिछले 4 साल में लगभग 30% का इंक्रीज हुआ है टाइगर पॉपुलेशन में. बट फॉर दिस ईयर from last to this census, only 7% increase in tiger has been we have seen. Okay, but 7% to high 6.74 means around 7% increase. Okay. Now, so there were some history. There were 40,000 tigers in India at the time of independence, and it was soon reduced to below 2,000 by 1970. Why? Because of hunting, poaching, everything was allowed in India. So 1972 में आया India Wildlife Protection Act. 1972 में आया India Wildlife Protection Act. Under that, many schedules were defined. Basically, 6 schedules of protection of animals were defined. Tiger was in Schedule 1 of Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Schedule 1 ऐसा होता है that in any case, except when there is a threat to human life, you cannot hunt, poach or anything, any animal listed in the Schedule 1 of Wildlife Protection Act 1972. ठीक है. Schedule 1 के animals को आप hunt, poach नहीं कर सकते. Tiger is one of them, lion is one of them. ठीक है. Many fishes are there. Black buck is there. Okay. So you can't hunt the शेड्यूल 1 एनिमल. ये आया ही इसलिए था क्योंकि हंट कर करके, जैसा कि वी आर सीइंग 40,000 टाइगर पॉपुलेशन केम डाउन टू 2000 इन 1970. तो 72 में आया वाइल्ड लाइफ प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट एंड 73 में आया प्रोजेक्ट टाइगर, स्पेशली फॉर टाइगर एंड टू डेवलप द टाइगर बायोम्स. बायोम्स मीन्स इकोसिस्टम अराउंड टाइगर. तो ऐसा नहीं होगा ना कि सब टाइगर बचाएंगे, उसके अराउंड डियर्स मीन्स whatever the tiger eats or hunts down, you have to increase the population of those also. You have to basically maintain an ecosystem or environment around the tiger population. Okay, so ये था basic objective of Project Tiger. Now let's see about the latest numbers. So the number of tigers in India has increased by around 7% from 2967 in 2018 to 3167 in 2022. Remember this, ये number important है. 3167 in 2022. ठीक है. The figures of 5th cycle of India Tiger Census. 5th cycle of India Tiger Census. Now, this was released by obviously Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Mysuru to mark the 50 years of Project Tiger. Project Tiger started 1973. जोड़ लो 50 साल हो जाएंगे. ठीक है. Now, PM also released government's vision for tiger conservation in the Amrit Kal and launched the International Big Cat Alliance. अब ये इंडिया ने लॉन्च की है नई चीज, International Big Cat Alliance for the protection of all the 7 big cats. ठीक है. 7 major big cats. कौन कौन से हैं the 7 major big cats? Tiger, lion, leopard, snow leopard, puma, jaguar and cheetah. ठीक है. With membership of the range country harboring these species. जो भी membership country वो होंगी जहाँ पे ये species होंगी. Okay. So remember this International Big Cat Alliance has been launched in 2023 by Prime Minister in Mysuru. Remember this. Okay. Why? For the protection of 7 major species, 7 major cat species. Okay. No. 75 because this is 75 years of independence अमृत काल चल रहा है तो 75% of world tiger population ये प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने कहा है 75% of world tiger population can be found in India and tiger reserves of the country span in 75,000 square kilometer. 75% से ज्यादा ही है. अराउंड 80% ऑफ द होल टाइगर पॉपुलेशन अराउंड द वर्ल्ड वो इंडिया में एग्जिस्ट करती है. अराउंड 80%, मोर देन 75% एक्चुअली. ओके. नाउ व्हाट इज प्रोजेक्ट टाइगर? सो प्रोजेक्ट टाइगर वाज लॉन्च्ड इन 1973 बाय द इंदिरा गांधी गवर्नमेंट. ओके. व्हाई? बिकॉज कंसर्न around the issue further intensified when the IUCN declared the tiger as endangered species. Endangered IUCN means International Union of Conservation of Nature. Endangered तब कहता है because when they become endangered in the wildlife. ठीक है, क्योंकि इसके अगला स्टेप होता है extinct, खत्म हो गई पॉपुलेशन पूरी. From 40,000, if the population will come to 2,000, endangered species is the second most dangerous species wipe out. ठीक है, इसके ऊपर सिर्फ एक ही है, वो है एक्सटिंक्ट हो जाना, मतलब टाइगर खत्म हो जाते. So that's why Project Tiger was started 1973. Okay, 2 years later means in 1975, government found there are only 1800 tigers left in the country, but after conservation etc. we are now at more than 3000. More than 3000 तो 95 के आसपास भी हो गए थे, but then again the tiger habitat was lost due to poaching, illegal activities and some disease. ठीक है, तो अब हमने फिर से 3000 का आंकड़ा पार कर लिया. We have crossed the 3000 number, 3167 to be precise. ठीक है, to tackle the problem of hunting and poaching, not just tigers but other wildlife animals also, Prime Minister Indira Gandhi promulgated Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. Very important act, 1972. 72 ये है, 73 टाइगर है, 86 में Environment Protection Act है. Remember these things. तो ये क्यों किया गया था? टू स्टॉप द हंटिंग एंड पोचिंग ऑफ वाइल्ड एनिमल्स. इसमें 6 शेड्यूल आए, 1 2 3 4 5 6. जो शेड्यूल 5 है उसमें जो एनिमल्स होते हैं दैट आर कंसिडर्ड टू बी वर्मिन्स लाइक नील गाय. यू कैन हंट डाउन दोज एनिमल्स. द गवर्नमेंट कैन रिलीज, गवर्नमेंट एक नोटिफिकेशन रिलीज करती है दैट यू कैन, द हंटर्स कैन हंट नाउ दीज वर्मिन एनिमल्स स्पेशली इन द शेड्यूल 5 ऑफ वाइल्ड लाइफ प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट लाइक नील गाय. ओके, अपने से नहीं कर सकते बट व्हेन स्टेट गवर्नमेंट विल से देन यू कैन डू इट. स्टेट गवर्नमेंट रिलीजेस दिस. ओके, बट शेड्यूल 1 2 तो हाईली प्रोटेक्टेड है. यू कैन नॉट किल, poach, hunt or anything unless until that animal becomes a threat to the human population. Okay. Now Project Tiger in 1973 was launched at Jim Corbett National Park. Initially started with 9 tiger reserve. Now there are 54. बट ये स्टार्ट कहाँ हुआ था याद रखना है, जिम कॉर्बेट. जिम कॉर्बेट कहाँ है? उत्तराखंड. ठीक है, जिम कॉर्बेट नेशनल पार्क स्टार्टेड प्रोजेक्ट टाइगर 1973 इनिशियली विद 9 other tiger reserves. Okay, now Project Tiger was made statutory by NTCA, National Tiger Conservation Authority. ठीक है, अभी NTCA अमेंडमेंट कब आया था? 2006. तो वाइल्ड लाइफ प्रोटेक्शन अमेंडमेंट एक्ट 2006 gave statutory authority to Project Tiger under National Tiger Conservation Authority. ठीक है, and today there are 54 tiger reserves across India spanning across 75,000 square kilometer where India has more than 75% of tiger population. So remember all this data, especially ये प्रोजेक्ट टाइगर का ईयर, वाइल्ड लाइफ कंजर्वेशन अमेंडमेंट, एनवायरमेंट प्रोटेक्शन 86, ये सब याद रखना है. जिम कॉर्बेट से शुरू हुआ था, ये भी याद रखना है. Okay, currently 3167 tigers are there. Remember this number. Very important. PM ने launch किया, becomes even more important. Okay, so we have discussed whatever we had to. Now we will switch to MCQs. Okay, now MCQs of yesterday's class. I hope you have read the PDS and you are ready for the MCQs. And those people who will be watching recordings, please try these MCQs and please try to comment. Okay, so that we can know how I am performing. Okay, for my sake, do that. Okay. Okay, now question number 1. Which of the following is correct about asset monetization in the shipping ministry? Asset monetization in shipping ministry. चलो जाबाज लोग शुरू हो जाओ. Correct Sumit, correct Gaurav. All A, B and C are correct. Let's see this. So 4-year asset monetization, because National Monetization Program scheme, NMP National Monetization Program is for 4 year, FY22 से FY25 तक. ठीक है, 6 लाख करोड़ है, उसमें से 12,000 अराउंड 13,000 करोड़ इज फॉर शिपिंग. ठीक है, 6760 करोड़ फॉर मोनेटाइजेशन इन फाइनेंशियल ईयर 24. करेक्ट. FY22 and 23, Ministry of Ports has monetized 10,500 crore. This is also correct. So all A, B and C are correct. Correct Sumit, Gaurav, Manish, Nikhil. Yes, everyone again is right. E is the right answer. Okay, now question number 2. Which of the following releases the India Justice Report? Easy. Which of the following releases India Justice Report? Correct Nikhil. Correct Sumit. Correct Aniket. Correct. Yes Nikhil, right. Any more answers? Or jawab please. Okay. No answer. So C, Tata Trust releases the India Justice Report. Correct Gaurav. Okay, now next question. Now IJR, India Justice Report, is based on 4 pillars. Which of the following is not one such pillar? Let's try it. Okay, correct. Correct Nikhil, Gaurav, Nivedita, Sumit, Toshit, Nikhil. Yes, everyone is right. Tribunals is the wrong answer. So police, judiciary, prison and legal aid were the 4 pillars of IJR. Okay, now this. Be careful. Yes, correct. To the tribunal. Now, consider the following findings from IJR and which of the following are correct. Select the options. Okay, wait. Two options are similar. Let me change the option. No, now it's right. Are you going to solve or should I solve it? Okay, let me discuss it now. So number one, correct Nikhil, correct Gaurav. Yes, it is E. Okay, correct Toshit. Yes, correct. Correct. Even if you know the third one, every पूरे चार options eliminate हो जाएंगे and then you will arrive at E. Okay, let's now discuss this. IJR 2022 is the fourth edition. No, it is the third. So this is wrong. So anywhere जहाँ पे one है वो गलत हो गया. So now we have to check the second number. Karnataka ranked first and UP in the last. Correct. India has about 25,000 judges for a population of 1.4 billion. Wrong. It is 20,076. 20,000 के आसपास जज हैं. ऐसे याद रखो, पूरे नंबर याद नहीं भी रहेंगे तो चलेगा. 20,000 के आसपास जज हैं एज अगेंस्ट 1.4 billion population. So 3 is wrong. Wherever 3 is, cross it. बचा क्या? E. So 4 is right. 19 judges per 1 million. Backlog is 4.8 crore cases. And national cap per capita spending on police has increased to around 1150 rupees in 2020-21. Correct, Toshit. Correct. Correct reasoning. Correct, Gaurav. Correct, Nikhil. Everyone is right with the reasons also. बिल्कुल सही जवाब है. Is the right answer. Okay. Now, as per IJR, which of the following is incorrect about women in the justice system? Incorrect. बताना. Correct, Toshit. So we have to find which of the following are incorrect. So none of the above. Option E. ये थोड़ा हिल गया है. Let's. Okay. Some problem in formatting. Okay, so E, nota is the correct answer. Every option is right. 13% of high court judges and 35% of subordinate, means lower court judges, are women. Correct. Representation of women in prison staff is 13%. Correct. Very low. And women representation in police is less than 12%. This is also correct. So all A, B, and C are correct. None of the above are incorrect. Correct, Toshit. Correct, Nikhil. Now, which of the following is not one of the notified new rules for online gaming? Not one. So is anyone trying this question? Why you people are not answering? Have you not read yesterday's PDF or what is the problem? Hello, not correct. Okay, let's see this now. So at least three self-regulatory bodies will be formed. Correct. Okay. Every real money game must be verified by these self-regulatory bodies. Correct. Gaming platforms cannot offer financing by themselves. This is also right. सेल्फ फाइनेंस नहीं कर सकते आओ मेरे साथ जुआ खेलो और मेरा ही पैसा यूज करो दे कैन नॉट डू इट सो करेक्ट गौरव राइट so here D is our suspect. D is the wrong answer. Now, one person to be nominated by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, MIT, not Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. So this becomes wrong. So D is our correct answer. 3-month window for to complete the inquiry for a game to be permissible or not is also correct. So D is wrong. D is the right answer. Correct, Gaurav. Correct, Nikhil. MIT Ministry. Now, IMF has said now the IMF has said that the world economy is expanding about dash over the next half decade. Correct, Sumit, Nikhil, Gaurav, correct. Right answers. A is the right answer. 3% पे grow करेगी in the next. Correct, Nikhil. Correct, Toshit. It will grow at 3% for the next 5 years. That's what IMF has said. ठीक है ग्लोबल एवरेज 5 ईयर ग्रोथ क्या रहती थी पहले 3.8 उससे कम रहेगी 3%. Okay, now so now RBI has categorized the renewable energy sector under PSL for loans up to a limit of dash. This is easy question. Please do it. Please. Okay, correct Sumit, Gaurav, Toshit. बिल्कुल सही जवाब. सिंगल लाइनर क्वेश्चंस के लिए सब कोई छक्का मार रहा है. Everyone becomes रिंकू सिंह. लॉन्ग आंसर स्टेटमेंट बेस्ड क्वेश्चन पे थोड़ा ध्यान दें सब लोग प्लीज. और I will start again doing the MCQ on the same day so that you can be more involved. ठीक है. So C 30 crore is the right answer. Okay. Now last question. The World Bank released report titled Evolution of World Bank Group, a report to governors. Now this report estimated average annual spending needs of dash per year for developing countries between 23 to 30 to address global challenges like climate change, etc. Okay. Okay, Gaurav, right. Correct, Sumit. Correct, Toshit. You are also right. Correct. So it will be $2.4 trillion. So the developing countries will need $2.4 trillion per year so that they can develop resilience against these climate changes, technology development, etc. Okay. So we are complete आज का discussion. Thank you for joining in. I hope you like the lecture. I hope you like the MCQs. Please read the PDFs that are given so that you are ready for the MCQs and you are more involved. Even I will be happy, you will be happier. ठीक है. Thank you everyone for joining. I hope you like the lecture. अगर आज के लेक्चर से आपके नॉलेज में कुछ वैल्यू ऐड हुआ है, एक अच्छा रिवीजन हुआ है, देन डू लाइक एंड शेयर। मिलते हैं इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास। तब तक के लिए थैंक यू, बाय बाय। Some people say MCQ on next day, same day. Okay, I will see. Okay, thank you. Bye.